Good morning, everybody. Happy May 31st. It is good to see you guys here. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning or day, depending on what time you're watching this. So welcome to our brand new channel. This is the NWW116 Florida channel, which is specifically dedicated for the beautiful state of Florida, in which I'm going to be doing all kinds of updates for you guys. You know, tropical weather updates, just general weather updates on this channel for specifically Florida. Now, of course, I'm going to be doing my main channel still, which is the NWW16 channel. If you're new to that channel, go ahead and take a look at it down in the description below. But that is actually our main channel. But this one's going to be kind of a side channel, what I'm going to be doing, and actually be doing frequent Florida updates here for you guys. So I'll be running both of these channels here, kind of the nation channel on the NWW16 main page, and then of course the Florida NWW16 channel that you guys are at here. But once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate you, and we're going to go over everything you guys need to know about the upcoming weather here in Florida. Tomorrow, I do have a very special video planned for you guys, as I do plan on actually releasing a bit of a hurricane season forecast for you guys, just to pretty much go over the hurricane season and, kind of what we could expect and all. But with this video, we're just going to start off with the current observations. We're going to talk about today's weather mostly. We're just going to be focusing on the next couple of days here with the weather. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So, taking a look here at the current conditions, we're going to start off in the Panhandle. We got a little bit of showers going off here on the far western side by Pensacola this morning. As we work our way over here towards the north, it's actually mostly clear. Jacksonville looks pretty good. Couple showers here and there. Central Florida, we got a little bit of storms out there by Polk County, or a few showers, I should say. Nothing really too big. And down here by the Keys, we do have a little bit of storm activity here this morning. And overall, it is relatively dry here this morning. But yeah, we definitely do have a little bit of activity here. You can also see that satellite imagery. You can see it starting to light up on the right-hand side there as the sun is starting to come out here. But anyways, that is what we're looking at here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the future radar so we can see kind of what we could expect here for today, being the 31st of May. All right, so hopping our way over here into the future radar, taking a look at the HRRR model. You guys can follow along in the time in the top right here, so you can basically see what we're looking at what time. So we work our way down in time. Not really a whole lot expected this morning, but once we kind of approach our way into the afternoon hours, you can see right around noon, we do start to get maybe a little bit of storm activity out there by the Panhandle, kind of the Big Bend region here of Florida. A couple storms will be possible. A few showers possible in central Florida, bits of southern Florida. For the Keys, we could see maybe a couple storms out there, but for the most part, Florida is relatively dry for now, as you guys probably know if you've lived here for a while. But anyways, we work our way down in time here, and you can kind of see things really start to pop off as we work our way into the afternoon here. Working our way to 5 o'clock, you can see some storms along the eastern side of Florida. West Coast Florida stays relatively dry for the most part. Northern Florida definitely getting quite a bit of storms here. Southern Florida, a couple storms out by Miami. We could definitely not rule it out by like Fort Lauderdale and some of those areas out there. But overall, we definitely have a quite stormy day for today. We actually do have a bit of severe weather coming up for Florida here in the future. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. But anyways, I just flipped my map, and I don't even know how I did that. Anyways, but we work our way down further in time, later on into the evening hours, and everything really start to fade out once we approach into basically the late evening, getting ready to go into the overnight hours here, right around midnight or so. All right, so now we're working our way over here into the temperatures here for today. So let's go ahead and start off here with the Panhandle of Florida. As we work our way throughout the day, we are definitely going to be seeing some pretty warm temperatures here for today, which peak heating is right around 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. You can see the temperatures out here is probably going to be somewhere in the 80s, probably the low to mid 80s, and maybe upper 80s in some spots here out by Tallahassee. Could be quite possible, according to the HRRR. So then we work our way over here towards the northern side, up there by the Big Bend region. We do have, once again, temperatures mostly here in the 80s, maybe even reaching 90 in some spots here. Central Florida, definitely going to be quite warm, actually possibly 90s across some of these regions here out by the Tampa Bay. Bits of Orlando here, possibly more in the mid 80s here overall. Then we work our way down towards South Florida, and we do have ourselves some pretty warm temperatures for the most part, but still lower to mid 80s here overall for today. Definitely going to be quite a warm day, but I mean, it is Florida. It is basically normal for this time of the year. And then, of course, as we go down throughout the evening hours and, we start to get that nocturnal cooling, the sun goes down, everything starts cooling down quite a bit. Here for tonight, we'll definitely be here in the 70s here, which will be pretty nice, for the most part. Definitely is pretty nice at nighttime. But anyways, definitely quite a warm day here for today. Let's go and take a look at those dew points. I'm going to let you all know how muggy it's going to be today, and a little bit of a news flash for you. It's going to be pretty muggy. All right, now I'm going to keep this pretty quick. We are definitely seeing some really, really high dew points here. Those dew points well into the 70s, mid 70s. Definitely is going to be very, very muggy here throughout today, is to be expected. Once again, I mean, it is Florida. We definitely are used to having quite a bit of mugginess, but it's really those dew points which allow for it to be so muggy, because basically the higher the dew point is, the bigger capacity that the air could hold of water vapor, which makes it feel a lot more sticky, a lot more muggy in general. So those dew points here well into the 70s is definitely going to make it feel quite muggy. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about that severe weather potential. So we're taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook here. Now for today, we're not really expecting any severe weather here for Florida. We do have a general thunderstorm risk for the entire state, just saying, hey, a couple booms of thunder is possible, but not expected anything severe here for today. Same thing is expected here for tomorrow. If we look at tomorrow's day 2 outlook, we do have a marginal up for the northern states out by Alabama, bits of, Georgia, but honestly, in terms of Florida here, honestly, we just have another general thunderstorm threat here. I love how I said northern states, but I meant north of us essentially. But anyways, but then we go into day 3. So this is the day after tomorrow. So today is Sunday, which is day 1. Day 2 is Monday, and this is for Tuesday. But now Tuesday, we do actually have a severe weather threat here for bits of Florida. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, kind of up close to where the risk is. Now the dark green, that represents that marginal, that level 1 severe weather threat. So let's go ahead and take a look and see kind of what areas are included out there. So starting off here in the Panhandle, we do have Tallahassee included, bits of Panama City, Niceville, Pensacola, Apalachicola. Those areas are inside of that marginal level 1 severe weather threat for tomorrow. Same thing for areas out by Jacksonville, bits of Ocala, Gainesville, Lake City, Cross City. You guys are in the marginal risk here for tomorrow as well. Then we shoot down towards Central Florida. Now Tampa's actually outside of that severe weather threat here for tomorrow, but we still, or sorry, not tomorrow, Tuesday, but we still do have a general thunderstorm threat saying, hey, a couple storms are possible. But, out by Orlando, though, it's a little bit of a different story. We have Palm Bay, we have Sebring, we have the Villages, Pine Ridge, these areas in the marginal level 1 severe weather threat here. And then we work our way down towards South Florida. Bits of the Everglades look pretty clear on the western side. But however, eastern Florida, central southern Florida, we definitely are seeing that marginal risk here for bits of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and bits of the eastern Keys. So overall, we definitely do have ourselves a severe weather concern here for Tuesday. As of right now, the Storm Prediction Center does not have a direct breakdown in terms of the probability exactly for tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. We'll let you guys know when that is available. I'll make a new video for you guys, kind of giving you all an update on that. But overall, just keep an eye out for Tuesday. We could have a couple strong to potentially severe storms. I personally think it's going to be for damaging winds, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. And we'll definitely keep you guys posted. All right, so now we're working our way over here into the tropical weather outlook, and I'm going to be honest with you, we are not expecting anything here in the tropics. There's been a lot of kind of misinformation going around of a couple of weather models that's been suggesting tropical activity here in the future, but don't listen to them. There's currently nothing going on in the tropics. The Gulf, the Caribbean, the Atlantic Basin looks pretty good as of right now. We do, however, have a system here in the Eastern Pacific. I'm going to make it quick. We have an overall 80% chance of development in the next 7 days and a 0% chance of development in the next 48 hours or the next 2 days. So we're not expecting much out of this. It's probably just going to be a lower end tropical storm, which isn't going to be much of anything. But we do have ourselves, of course, our 80% chance, which is a decent chance overall of development. But like I said, once again, the Atlantic looks pretty good. So nothing in the tropics. But like I said, here starting tomorrow, June 1st, marks the official first day of hurricane season. So keep a close eye out for that. Make sure you have your preparations ready to go. Be sure to have, all kinds of stuff ready for the tropical season. I'm going to make a whole new video on that whenever, or actually I'll just do that tomorrow. Whenever I make my tropical forecast, I'll just add, some things that you guys can do to be prepared for tropical weather season. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and maybe hit that subscribe button if you're new to the new channel. It'll be much appreciated. And maybe consider sharing this to your fellow Floridian friends and family as well, just to help kind of spread the word. And, we can get the Florida forecast out. I'm going to keep it honest. I'm going to keep it simple for you guys. Just kind of do some updates here every once in a while and just let you all know what we can expect here. So stay tuned for that. Turn on those notifications. That way you'll get notified. And all right, everybody. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you all here in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.